So, I know we just talked about the three main social networks and kind of gave you an overview of what they are and who's using them. But, today's presentation is really going to focus on Facebook. Why Facebook? Well, Facebook has the biggest user base in the country. 214 million Americans are registered on Facebook. That's an enormous amount of people. And so with this wide of a user base, Facebook really gives us the best opportunity to market our car washes. Really think of it as an interactive email list, right? Um,
Yeah. So it's I think it's really important, guys, that you have a Facebook strategy. It's more than just where people are going to, show baby pictures and complain about things, right? It's really powerful. It reaches millions and millions of people, and as a matter of fact, people are addicted to this stuff. But everybody uses it. You probably see it in your own family and your employees constantly glued to the phone, looking at it, updating status, doing things like that. I saw a recent study that said the U.S. workforce productivity went down somewhere between 2 and 5% when Facebook got big, right? People are using it enough that it's damaging the economy in a certain sense. It's certainly damaging a few workplaces. Let's get our share of that, right? So you have to have a Facebook strategy. It doesn't have to be daunting. Maybe you can find somebody at your operation who can be responsible for it. But we're talking like 10 to 15 minutes of your day. So don't feel like this is intimidating or something that's going to take, all day, every day to do.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to talk about the time commitment and when you should be posting in a little bit. What I really want to talk about first is the reasons why you should be using Facebook. I've talked about a couple of these things already. So, really, Facebook has a database of all the users in their area, all of their interests, right? So it really makes sense for us to take advantage of this data to promote your wash directly to people who would take more interest in it, right? The network's robust demographic tools and huge user base allow for these targeted ads and higher engagement rates that will really help you build a following. And it's easy to use. Everyone and their mother has a Facebook. You can download the Facebook app to manage your profile right from your phone. There's even the Facebook Pages app, which allows you to handle more of the nitty gritty of your business related page, your ads and your audiences and whatnot. So, all these things together help explain why Facebook is just so important to use right now. So, really what we're posting on Facebook and, in order to manage or maximize the potential of your Facebook, you're going to be creating compelling content, right? What exactly is content? Content is just a fancy way to say the different elements that make up a post that you're putting out there on the internet, right? It's just the different parts that make up a Facebook post. Your content can be text, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be a link. Really, the best content features a little bit of all of these, and we're going to get into that just shortly. The best content is also not overly promotional. You don't want to get too salesy and only posting about your membership program and buy this and buy that. You want to really be a resource. You want to put out information, be engaging and interactive on your Facebook page. But really, like I said, every post that you put out there should have text content, an image or a video, some sort of visual element, and then a call to action or a link or an engaging question, something that'll get people to actually interact with the post, not just read it and scroll past.
All right, so here's where it's time for me to ring that bell again and ask you to pay attention, right? So again, this doesn't have to be daunting, and you don't need to do 3 posts a day. If you can, it is fantastic. But what Max is going to talk about here of the wins of posting are really, really, really important. So just sort of perk up and listen because I think this is one of the more important slides.
Yeah. So, we really encourage our wash partners to try to post at least once per day. And right here I've outlined, 3 golden hours is, what I like to call them for social media, for Facebook specifically, right? Each social network has their own golden hours, their own peak times of usage where most people are logging in to see what's going on in the world, or at least the world that they've defined themselves on their social media profile, right? So the first golden hour is in the morning between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. This is the time where people are either getting ready to go to work or just arriving. Maybe they're sitting at their desk and they want to log into Facebook just to see what they missed the night before. This is a great opportunity for you to post a morning greeting from the wash, and just getting some engagement going in those hours. The second golden hour is in the afternoon between 12 and 1 p.m. This is, that lunch break time, the time where people are leaving their desks, checking that Facebook page to see, what their friends have been up to in that afternoon, maybe catch up with their friends who are away on that exotic vacation. This is a great time for you to put something out there when a lot of people are, spending time reviewing their Facebook profiles. And then the last golden hour is in the late afternoon between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is, the time where people are starting to get antsy at their desks at work. They're looking at Facebook to try to plan out what their evening is going to look like. This is a great time for you to get out there and say, hey, it's been a busy and fun day at the car wash. Not too late to come in and get your car cleaned before we close up at 6 p.m. Stop in while the sun's still up and show off that clean coat of paint. This is a great time to try to get people, influence their behavior, maybe get them to route your way right as they're leaving work and before they get home, and enjoy the rest of their night. Being able to post at least once in any of these windows is highly encouraged. Obviously, if you want to try to post more than once per day, that's great. Every time you post, it's just another opportunity to get in front of somebody. And, people worry about, well, if I post too often, am I going to annoy people or bug people? Keep this in mind. The average Facebook person has hundreds of friends and follow bands, brands, television shows, movie studios. They're following all these different people and things, and getting updates from them constantly. You want to try to carve out your own time to make an impression on these Facebook users during these different times of the day. So if you want to post 3 times per day and in these golden hours, that's great. If you want to aim for just one, that's awesome as well. We really just want to encourage you guys to get on Facebook and start posting compelling content and really, developing your brand in that way. The last bit of upkeep I want to explain really quick is, keep an eye on your direct message inbox, and quickly respond to any messages coming through there. Facebook actually, favors businesses who have quicker response rates. You also want to reply to any reviews you get on Facebook, just like we explained on the Google My Business part of this presentation, and also like or comment back on any comment to your page. When we're saying engagement, it's not just a one-way street. We don't want people to just comment on your post. We want you to then comment back and create this engagement loop that people feel like whenever they're trying to talk to you and communicate with you on social media, you're back to provide them with an answer or anything like that. Following this schedule will really help set up your page for success. Really quick, I also want to talk about what makes up a good Facebook page. I go through and I follow each and every one of our wash partners on Facebook, just try to get an idea of what they're doing or what they're not doing. And, Craig from Suds Car Wash is a great Facebook follow. He often puts up great varied content. It's funny, it's engaging, it's really good stuff. So give him a follow if you have a chance.
And he's on this webinar, so good job, Chris.
Yeah, good job. So, take a look at his Facebook page here on the left. His profile picture is all about the brand, right? It's his logo, it's a slogan, come and wash it. It's a colorful image. It looks really cool. You look next to his cover photo, and he has this soapy, sudsy car, which is, also kind of play into his branding, Suds Car Wash. You have a very sudsy, clean-looking car. This is great. You want your profile picture and your cover profile picture to be attractive images that really say a lot about your business and what you're all about. If you're not going to go with just an attractive image like this for your cover photo, I recommend using a nice wide-angle shot of your car wash, of the lot, of the tunnel itself. Something that when people look at your cover photo, they can recognize your business as, oh, I drive by that place every day on my drive home from work. I know this spot. I know how to get there. I think I'll check it out.
Great. Another thing that Craig did really well here and is this sidebar area. So You wouldn't believe how many people don't get this right. And Max talked about this earlier, the accuracy, the information, and the completeness, if that's the word. So he has his full address, not just his 1811 and street name, which you wouldn't believe how many people do. So we review everybody's Facebook page as part of our partner network, and we correct it where we see a phone number missing or the address missing or the URL isn't right or the hours aren't right. So this is a good job. He managed to get it all in there. It's critical that you get that in, right? To have the accurate information and complete information.
Yeah, and Scott kind of mentioned earlier about if there's anybody at your operation who you trust enough to kind of also be a co-moderator or co-editor, administrator on your Facebook profile page. It's really easy to add additional people with page roles to your wash. So you just go to your page settings, page roles, and you can assign a new page role to anyone in your team who you would like to kind of get posting or managing your Facebook ad center. Again, if you need any help either setting up a page or setting up page roles, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help.
Great. So I love membership posts, right? So you can't always post memberships because you can't just sell because people will sort of tune you out at a certain point. But this is a good example, and it has the three components that Max pointed out, right? It has good content, it has good photos, and then it has a great call to action, right? So it's got a nice picture of $17.95. That's an appealing price. It has a picture of the packages. It's got a nice picture of a clean lot. And then it has a great call to action, asking people to become a member and giving them an offer. So this is a good example of a membership post done right.
Exactly. And something I really want to draw attention to here is there's metrics here that explain how good of a post this was. Right here we see this was liked or loved by 28 individuals, 9 people commented on it, and 46 people shared it. The goal nowadays on the internet is to, go viral and have, your content shared by millions of people. I'm not saying we're ever going to go viral with any of our membership posts, but 46 shares on a basic post about a membership program and a promotional discount is great numbers. I mean, if you can get even one person to share a post to their network of 500 friends, that's 500 potential people that you had no contact with who now see your post. So imagine what the impact is with 46 shares or more. So really great work here by Elite Care Auto. This is exactly what we're looking for in a membership promotional post. The next kind of post that I kind of want to describe really quickly is about, timely updates. And that's just, having conversations with your customers about what's going on at your wash, letting them know when you're open in the morning, or I guess a better example is when you're closed if the weather is too severe, right? Or if it's raining, if there's rain in the forecast. You want to say, hey, there's rain in the forecast where we're closing down for the day. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. This is a really great way for you to, inform your customers and not have somebody show up at the wash expecting to get a clean car and only to be disappointed by a closed garage, right? So timely updates. If you expect any closure due to renovations happening at your wash, this is a great time to post about it, right? So take a look at the sample post that I created. This isn't a real wash. This is just something that I made on a Facebook account that I run that it just, serves as an example, right? We're excited for some new renovations to take place at our wash, like our new blowers that will dry your cars even better than before. We're going to be closed for the next 2 days while we install the equipment. You then show a picture of the new equipment so people see, oh, wow, this looks like new, exciting technology. And then for that bit of engagement, you can pose a question, right? While renovations are underway, we wanted to ask customers, what's your favorite thing about having a showroom clean car? How does a visit to our wash make you and your car feel? This is inviting people to answer that question, engage with your post, leave a comment, and then gives you an opportunity to comment back and either take one of their suggestions to heart or just thank them for being a member and saying that your wash makes them feel happy, right? Really powerful stuff here. You can also post holiday greetings, obviously on the 4th of July, wishing your audience happy Fourth with their friends and family. If you're closed for the day, enjoy your friends and family and stop in tomorrow to get a fresh car wash. Stuff like that. All these are great ways to connect with your audience in a number of different ways on Facebook.
All right, so let me give Max a breather here.
Yeah, let me get my water bottle here.
So photos are easy, right? Every phone nowadays takes high quality enough photos that you can feel comfortable posting. And some of the things you can do are like this, right? Somebody signs up and becomes a new member, and they're willing to let you take their picture and post it and have a call to action of, hey, why don't you become the next EverWash member? So think of unique things you can do. Use images of great cars, right? Classic vehicles that might come through. I was in one of our wash partners just a couple weeks ago, and a guy had taken his white VW Bug and bought a kit that turns it into Herbie the Love Bug. It had like the number on the door and the racing stripe and things like that. And he posted it, and he got like 200 likes. So, take the opportunity when you have a new member and put a call to action, or just when a cool car comes through, or you got a new piece of equipment, or, even new lighting or signage, check out how great the lot looks and things like that. Use photos to your advantage because people like them.
Yeah, and really there's something on social media called FOMO, and that is the fear of missing out. And this is a symptom that runs rampant in our society on social media. Pretty much when people see something on social media, they want to be involved in it because they're scared of missing out on it. So when you're posting something like this, like, meet John Smith, our newest happy member, become our next newest happy member when you sign up for our program today. People want to be that guy who you're posting on Facebook. They want to be John Smith. They want to be that next new happy member. If you're posting the picture of the classic car, right? People will see, oh man, this guy trusts his 68 Corvette with this wash. I can bring my car here. They're doing a great job on this vintage vehicle. My run-of-the-mill Civic will look great too. So really using photos to build trust and this fear of missing out with your audience is really what we want to do here. It's kind of a psychology game, and it's a little fun if you think of it that way. But really, you're going to be able to tap into people easier than ever.
What is your generation called again when you're in your 20s?
The millennials?
Yeah. All millennials suffer from FOMO.
Yeah, myself included. So I can say firsthand that this stuff works, right? And similarly to photos, really videos are great too. They're super engaging. They're eye-catching. Videos even require some user engagement just to view, right? You have that play button right there in the middle of the image. You have to physically click it in order for the video to start playing. That means that if you're capturing someone with a video, you are really capturing them. They need to go out of their way to engage with it just to see the content itself. So here's a great example of video content where we have Wash Kingdom Car Wash. This is Brent Snyder over here, who's actually in front of his menu explaining the program and letting people know we have this available. This is what it offers you, and here's a link so you can sign up today. This is great use of video content. You don't only need to be showing your menu board. You can also give a tour of your tunnel, of your lot, a tour of your location so people can see, we're right here off of County Road 322. Stop by today on your commute back. We'd be happy to see you. Stuff like this is great.
Yeah, guys, and look at how powerful this is. If you look at the views, over 6,000 people viewed this. When was the last time your business was exposed to 6,000 people in your area for little or no money? Think of how powerful that is.
Yeah. So, and videos are just also a great way for people to feel like they know you, the wash owner, right? Or if you want to get your wash manager as the one who's primarily running this Facebook, this is a great way for them to feel like they can relate to you, that they feel like they know you without even actually having met you in person. So videos, really powerful tool. Any visual element is great, but videos take it to the next level.
All right.